Welcome to Ridgecrest Space and Robotics Team's live balloon launch. I'm Emma, your flight director.
And I'm Leland, her host. Your other host?
We'll be your anchors for this morning. We've been working really hard these past few months to bring this whole project to fruition, and we have some pretty interesting projects to go over that's been involving the whole launch process.
We'll be explaining the flight tracker attached to the underneath the balloon, the spot GPS, how the balloon will burst, the parachute, how that will deploy. We'll be going through everything.
All right, why don't we cut to our flight tracker and see how that's doing?
There it is.
There we go. Those are the forecast results. They can change rapidly depending on the weather and the forecasts.
Yes, because most of this weather is really just the yellow point is the supposed site of where the balloon's going to burst. No, they can't. You can't.
Well, we can see. Okay, there they are. Yeah. You can see them there on the tarp so that we don't damage the balloon. They're wearing gloves so that the oils from their hands don't damage the latex and make it more susceptible to bursting. It can be a really precarious process to set up the whole weather balloon. And I'm sure we'll hear more about that from our manager, Sean. He's in charge of all of it. Yeah, 80 cubic feet will be, 80 cubic feet of helium will be filling that balloon. And hopefully it'll rise to about 70 to 80,000 feet and be bursting somewhere around there. All right, we've got Sean here right now.
Hello. Right now we are just filling up the balloon until it gets to be just about floating. Then we can turn all the different mechanics on.
All right, we can see that balloon rapidly filling. Sean, we wish you the best.
Thank you.
You can see mission control working tirelessly to make this flight go smoothly.
Starting countdown for launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it goes.
We have liftoff.
All right. Well, that went smoothly. You can see it up there. Not sure how long we'll have visibility from the ground on our balloon, but we will have the data and where it's going. That'll be with Addie, and we'll be checking with about every 10 minutes. I already said that. We'll also be looking at tracker updates with our launch site manager, Sean, every 5 minutes. One of my most favorite things ever about space is the James Webb Deep Space Telescope. It was recently launched in 2021, I think, after several delays. It's pretty much the sequel to the Hubble, but bigger and better, and it's gonna go further and last longer and take better pictures. First round of data. So, I think we'll cut to that. There it is, look at that. Our altitude is at about 8,000 feet. Pretty impressive, almost at 10,000 feet, not quite, but we're getting there.
The temperature is, changed, 84.2 degrees.
Look at that spin rate.
I'm pretty sure that's Fahrenheit. I'm not so sure.
Degrees. Yeah, that should, it'd be really bad if that was Celsius.
Oh yeah, if it was Celsius, that'd be.
Turbulence, we don't have any turbulence right now. The battery is looking good.
About the launch site and the airmen, we need to alert the airmen of that we're sending a balloon into the air so that they can try not to hit it.
Officially, that's called a NOTAM, or Notice to Airmen. Basically alerting any pilots in the area, or municipal airports around the area of our launch site, hey, there's gonna be a pretty big balloon going up. Heads up, don't fly that way. We'll be talking more about that a little later on.
We need to tell them that how heavy it's gonna be, how high we think it's going to go, its density, surface area, We basically need to tell them every little thing about the balloon.
And it was pretty difficult to work out the multiple launch site options. We didn't choose it until pretty recently, I don't think. And to give a NOTAM, you have to have a definite launch site. We'll talk to Cooper more about that later.
I think we're giving Cooper that.
I think we're giving him a call.
This one.
You know what? Why don't we check in with our featherlight? It should be about 20,000 feet, right? 16,000. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. There we go.
GPS.
Lots of complicated numbers I'm sure she knows all about.
And while they're looking at this,
All right, while we're sitting here waiting for some more information, I believe now we're gonna interview, we're about 30,000 feet. Thank you, Danielle. Why don't we check back in with our featherlight? 10.5 miles, wow.
Slowly getting closer to the point where it burst.
Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because they always split up.
Because they make up everything.
But the balloon burst, it's really all about air pressure. The less there is, the more likely it will burst.
GPS data, we're about
Oh, that's
to
featherlight
breach
data.
40,000 feet.
Can we pull up the camera of Mission Control?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
And
you can see them hard at work there. All right, our package is running a little north of our predictions. I'm just getting word. Efforts. Give us a little rundown of what you've done so far.
It's going good. We are in Georgia State. We're on Route 91 right now.
It's the moon's favorite bagel.
What's the moon's
Don't look at
favorite
it.
Oh, I didn't read it. What's the moon's favorite bagel?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is the moon's favorite bagel?
Cinnamon raisin.
It is going to be a little over 70,000 feet, and we can tell by the pressure of the data that we're getting. It's in a very low pressure environment, and so that means our balloon's going to expand and reach a burst, which is about where we predicted it. It is running a little bit north of what our flight predictor indicated, but that's not unusual. And so we will check in with the recovery team here in a minute, but we're going to take about a 5-minute break. We'll let you guys look at the flight data information, and then we'll report back in, and we should have a burst at that time.
So if you saw just now, if you're paying attention like you should be, you'd see on the featherlight tracker that we topped out at about 70, yeah, we're about at 77,000 feet. We're expecting a burst pretty soon. We should be coming to a descent any minute now. We're just waiting from a confirmation from the launch team. Let's check out our GPS, see where that's at. There we go. All right, can we zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole? We can't zoom out? It's just, oh, there we go. Much better.
Definitely.
All right, so you can see that that's crossing state lines, right? Yeah, we crossed state lines near there.
Blakely.
Yeah, Mays Mill Road. That's about where they're at right now. Yeah. Can we check back in with our recovery team? Can we do that? Okay, 1 minute. Cool.
How long does it take for the balloon to fall after it bursts?
81,000 feet.
It's gonna take less time.
So the blue spot is where we think it's gonna land instead of the red spot, right?
Blue spot spot's an actual data point that
Oh.
it's tracking for us.
Okay, so that's an actual data point that they're tracking.
It's at the blue spot right now.
Why don't we check back in with the feather light and see how high it's gotten? Still rising. Wow.
Uh-oh.
So we're definitely reaching how high we thought we would go.
We have confirmation that the balloon has burst.
About 64,000 feet.
Yeah, so we are coming down fast, but fortunately not too fast.
It looks like we're about at 45,000 feet now.
All right.
Oh, look at that speed. Yeah, and even if they do land in a pond or marsh, the gator bait recovery vehicle is pretty well equipped to handle all that. Looks like we're at 25,000 feet now. You think we'll get that picture of all of us on the edge of space?
I do think that. I don't know how well we'll be able to see y'all as far as
Still
your
pretty neat.
faces. Yeah. We're at 11,000 feet. So we are really close.
All right, well, thank you all very much for watching. We appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, we have made recovery. Do we turn off trackers? Do we do any of that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you guys
Hey.
do?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Take it back to the van.
Cool.
Put it in a red velvet couch.
Well, we just walked like 17 miles.